Hey guys, welcome back to Soul Sisters. I'm Nahida,
And I'm Nadia.
and today we will be talking about friendship, specifically real or fake friendships,
Mm-hmm.
and different aspects. So let's get into it. Also, like going into it, like standards and respect and boundaries when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to friendships and things like that. So yeah. Um. Okay, so before we actually get into it, we're gonna start off with a game called Real or Fake Friend. This is gonna be a bit of a long segment, so yeah. So first off, we're gonna say different situations and we have to decide whether it is real or a fake friend and then explain why. So round one.
Okay.
Um a friend who only texts you when they need something.
Oh, that's fake.
Why?
Cause oh, bro, I promise we did something like this before, but it's um, it's like that means that you just want to gain something from the friendship, and you're not actually there to like build connections and like enjoy that time, so you just like constantly like depending on me, and that's just not what a friendship should be on. Like, yes, you should be able to depend on and like confide in that person, but not only when you need something. Like,
I would say fake because where were you when I needed you? Why are you like constantly texting me? Oh, because you need something. I feel like that's very much fake.
fake.
A friend who supports you in private but not wait, a friend who supports you in private but not in public.
That's fake.
Yeah, I would
That's really
say
fake
yeah.
because especially if there's other people, yeah, there is going to be other people there, and you're not ready to defend me and stand for me. It's one thing if I did something wrong and you don't think that it's justifiable, but if I'm getting like bashed or something and you're just standing there, I just, yeah.
I would also have to say it's fake too.
But
Like
it also depends on the type of person, like, but I just feel like it's still fake. But I know some people are just like,
for me, I wouldn't even say the type of people. Like when I say publicly, I don't mean like oh social media, like go up there. Like I mean if you are hearing gossip about me and you come up to me and you're like, oh Nahida, I'm so sorry this is happening to you. You know that's never true. This and that. You're literally in the circle while they're speaking about me and you don't support me. Then what does that really say about our friendship? You're just as good as those people also talking about me too. Um, a friend who jokes about you, but it's low key hurts. There's like a bit of shade behind it.
bit of what?
A bit of shade behind it. A friend who jokes about you, but it low key hurts. I feel like there's a line of when you're joking with someone in a line of like with disrespect. I would always like have to
Mm.
set boundaries in friendship, and that's what we're also gonna get into too. But boundaries actually needs to be discussed a lot in friendships. Like no, when you're going into a friendship with someone and you're like, oh, like what are our boundaries, this and that. If they actually do something to you, what? If they do something to you and you really don't like that, establish a boundary and say, I don't want this ever done again, this and that. You can even, what am I even saying? Like, even when you come into the friendship and you're like, these are things I don't like, you can even say that too. But, like, elaborating on what I said, there's a line between joking and disrespect. You cannot be joking, saying you're joking, but it really sounds like there's shade and there's disrespect in it. I'm not here for it.
Mm.
Okay, a friend who disappears when you're going through something. That doesn't even need explanation. That's just fake. That's just fake.
Yeah, that is fake.
A friend who tells you the truth even when it's hard to hear. Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's
100%
real.
real. Like
That's so real.
if I'm doing something and you're seeing what I'm
Okay,
doing,
down.
you're seeing what I'm doing, and you're seeing that it's rubbing off a certain way. Please tell me the truth so I can change that up. Frosty, stop. Frosty, please tell me the truth. Okay. Okay, next question. A friend who gets jealous when when good things happen,
Frosty,
good things happen to you. Frosty,
Frosty,
no.
get down. Shh.
I would have to say that's fake because
Wait, what was the thing?
a friend who gets jealous when good things happen to you.
Bro, that's fake. Like what?
Like, why can't you just be happy for me? Let's move on. I don't understand. But a friend who you've known for years, but they don't treat you right. Okay, so I'm gonna say that's 100% fake because history does not matter at all. Like, at all. I don't like how I'm gonna drop you if you're not treating me right. I've communicated about that multiple times. Like, no. But next, a friend who respects your boundaries. Connecting with the other one, real. Yeah. A friend who talks about others to you. Do you think they talk? Oh, yes. If someone talks about,
You're not even finishing it.
you didn't even answer the other questions.
No, the
A
other.
friend who talks about others to you, do you think they also talk about you to them? Yeah, I would say that's it really depends, but I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
was
say
about to
that
say
that's
depends.
fake. I'm gonna
Like,
lean
and my
into
thing
the
is,
more of the fake side just because if they're
I
so
say
comfortable with, like, let's say for one thing, if they come up to you talking about one of their best friends and talking absolute bad about them, um what stops them from going to that friend and talking bad about you to them, you know?
I agree. Or I would say more so like if the person has something bad to say about every single person, especially it's like if it's people that they consider friends or like act friends to, best believe they're saying something about you.
Like, that's why I'm gonna always put it there out there that if you meet someone new, do not get too comfortable with them. Like, learn from your mistakes the first time. Don't get too comfortable because, child, they're going to use it against you and they're going to talk about you. They will, and that does not go out for everyone. If it's like your friends and you guys just do like your mini gossip and things like that, then that's 100%. I'm not even gonna say anything about that because that's good, but if you know that this person talks about every single body to you, then you got to start questioning whether they're doing the same to you too. But next question. A friend. Oh, this is kind of stupid. A friend who actually listens to you. Obviously, that's a real friend. Like,
Obviously, that's real, yeah.
But yeah, that's. I think that's the end. That's the end.
Hmm.
Yeah. So let's get into the real gist. I really think that it's important to know the difference between what a real friend looks like or what a fake friend looks like, and how to really categorize things like that. When we go to school, we think everyone's our friend, but I always like to put in a mental note that these people will probably not call me when I need them, or I probably won't call them when I need them, things like that. So I like to always like put it a mental note saying acquaintances, hi, hellos, friends, things like that. People I'll actually invite to my birthday. I wouldn't just
Uh,
invite some hi, hello people to my birthday. People I actually consider real
yeah.
friends.
And it's like so confusing sometimes because like friendships are really complicated. Like there's a lot of people that consider themselves really close to me or I can consider close to, but it's like are we really that close if when the only time we actually see each other is in school? It's like that's literally our only form of like interaction like in real life. Like let's say we I was going to school, like we probably wouldn't see each other. And so that's just like think about it in that point of view and it's like kind of see who's your actual friend and who's not your friend. So
Yeah, along with that, like I know some people that would right in front of me, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, Nikita's my friend."
they'll say,
Then
"Oh my gosh, we're best friends, right?"
like, child, if you want gum, just
No.
ask for gum. If you want snacks, just ask for snacks.
Yeah.
Like, don't gotta embarrass yourself by lying outright because I wouldn't even consider you my friend either. But that's that. That's why I feel like it's really important to really know who's a fake friend, who's someone you can be cordial with, who's a real friend. Oh wow, and things like that because not everyone around you is there for you. They might be physically there, but are they really there for you when you need them? That's what you really got to think when picking, good friends. Is this person trustworthy? Does this person know me well enough that I will like tell them if something's bothering me? Or is this person really close with me that I will be so comfortable in telling them my boundaries and what I don't and what I do like about them? I can't really be afraid to tell someone my boundaries and I'm calling them my friend, because a real friend will not be hesitant to um recognize that you have boundaries. And yeah. So as we grow up, we're really much exposed to different types of people, especially if you go to, like, I would say, public schools and stuff. You see varieties of people. Other than like people who go to private schools, you kind of all the same, but you're faced with different people. You're faced with different
Uh,
vibes, I would say.
I feel like no, a lot of people like to say that or think that that oh private schools are this and public schools are that. But like to me, like schools are schools, high schools are high schools, and like yes, there might be a few better set of people in a specific type of school, but I still do believe that in every single school you are gonna meet your fair share of like troubles and fake friends and all the hardships that does come with being a teenager, going through life, all these things. And so you're still gonna like don't like run away from specific schools and say it's because of these people. You might get a better experience in this school, but you will still be faced with these. So instead of trying to run away from the people, try and like I guess kind of face your fears or facts or the things to make you stronger to face those situations, if that makes sense.
So I actually do resonate with that. I should have been like a bit less vague. But what I'm gonna say is we go to a Christian private school, and I would definitely say from my personal experience, the adversity in which I faced back in my, I'm just gonna call it public school, was completely different from what I did face in this school. Yes, there's adversities in this school, there's troubles, this and that, and I'm able to navigate that. They're mean people, but I will say that I was now faced with a more broad sense of variety of people who come from different backgrounds and have different experiences. There are people who are suffering with substances, people who are suffering with mental health issues, while for like Christian private schools, we kind of not have the same idea, but our ideologies are kind of based on the root of Christ. It's a bit niched and it's a bit the
Yeah,
same.
we're not saying that there's like not specific kids in our school that don't do that. Like I think every school
Yeah,
has a
we
set of
literally
kids that
we
do that.
I know people in my school that do certain things like that. Like I'm gonna name five of them that do certain things like that. But I'm gonna say our school is also very much small, so we don't even get a wide range of personalities, certain types of people. While I feel like public schools are more
Public schools are
bigger,
bigger. Like
bigger.
yeah,
You're faced with different people, different personalities, and that's why I'm kind of like
different backgrounds.
being
Yeah.
less vague with that in that aspect in which she said. Um, but yeah, like I said, not everyone around you is going to be there for you. That's just the fact. Like, and not everyone you meet you're going to be there for them. Um, yeah. So as you grow up, you start to see different people, like I said, and you're now faced with varieties of people. You're now faced with, oh, who do I really want to hang out with? Who do I want to stay adrift from? And you're going to encounter a lot of people who genuinely support you and others who really don't support you at all, which is going to be very much common in life and will be thrown at you more in life when you're older, right? So teens, I would find, even boys and girls, I'm not even gonna put a gender on that. Boys and girls, we really want to like change ourselves to fit into specific niches, or cliques
Clicks.
in our schools. Like there could be the popular girl clique, and
Like
suddenly,
wait, no, I actually hate when people say the popular,
well,
the
no, it's
this, the
true.
this.
Even
Like, oh my
even in
gosh,
our
we're not in
school,
Disney, bro.
no, it's true, because even in our school,
I
yes
know.
or
I
no,
just
we
hate
do
using
we
the word.
like we do find it, like even. Though they're some of them
And
are like wannabe popular girls, we are still gonna niche them as like popular girls because they really do
yeah,
try
and
so
if
hard
you
to be.
notice, the people that are called like popular are most likely the people that are like doing like stuff like vaping and partying all the time and going on these like two mans. All this stuff is like the people that are called popular, and the people that don't do that I guess aren't popular. Like it's just crazy to me. Like I don't know why we can't just like be ourselves. Like I don't know, bro. Like we don't need to have one specific that's like popular and one that's like weird nerds or whatever. Like nobody actually says nerds, but it's like just like you know.
And while picking our friends, you know, we're here talking about picking our friends like we're picking up flowers, but honestly I feel like that's true. You really need to pick out a good flower. That's just it. You got to understand that real friends are people who will stay consistent, people who will check up on you even outside of school, people who will come at you and support you and talk to you, while fake friends are just there to just be there. They come when it's convenient for them, you know? That's what we really need to understand, because like I keep saying, not everyone you meet is your friend.
See, the funny thing with me is like I'm like chill with like everyone in my school. Like okay, oh, everyone in my school, that's a lie. With like most people in my grade and like probably like a few grades above. Like I'm gonna say I'm chill with a lot of people, right? But I don't know if I would say that there's someone like I'm lock in with, like someone that's like there are some people that I'm still trying to get to know and to figure out, but as of right now I would not say that there's any one specific individual that that I would say is gonna stay with me like through thick and thin. That's gonna choose my like, you know what I mean? Like that one friend. As of right now, I would not say that I have that person, and I'm like before. I feel like I would not be okay with that like years before, but I'm learning to be okay with that and to learn from that because this is giving me time to like really figure out myself and what I'm looking for in like a real friendship and stuff. And so like yeah. Oh, this kind of ties to what I want to say later, but it's kind of about the having to be okay with not always having friends or being around people or but yeah.
Yeah, so I would resonate with that, but like I said, actually I don't think I've said this yet. No. I'm going to speak about it later, but I really don't have people at school that I consider my friends. I actually don't consider anyone at school my friend except from one girl. Yeah. Cuz we hang out like a lot, and outside of school I feel like I have different personalities of friends. So I have to kind of switch my personalities a lot.
Not the toxic type of switching. Just like, like when you're with a certain group of people and you just like chill, but then like and you're like really calm, and when you're around a certain other type of people you're really like you're funny and you're like your whole like brain rot like type of
Like
personality.
altogether I'll probably say I have about four friends. Four friends. Not in my school. Only one goes to my school. And over the years, they're not like friends I just met this year and I just consider them my friends, this and that. They're friends I have been very much close to for a long time. And they all don't go to the same school at all. But I will literally call them when I'm feeling any sort of emotions. They will be there to support me anytime. You know, they'll be there to take my side out in public, but then tell me in private that, oh, what you did wasn't really good, this and that. And that's the type of friend that I really much do adore and would like to, um, you know, have.
Hmm.
Um, but now we're gonna go into boundaries. Boundaries. That's a very big word for a lot of people, but boundaries is extremely important in friendships. If I'm telling you constantly I don't like what's going on and you're not hearing it, you're saying, "Oh yeah, I'm going to change," but I don't see any change, then that's not a friend. A friend is willing to change.
Well, I wouldn't say it's not, well, it's not a quality of a good friend, but
That's not a friend.
wait, see what you just said
I
again.
just said if a friend is not willing to change for the fact that, oh,
Oh
you're asking for specific boundaries in a friendship. I don't even want to hear no excuses
no, I
about
thought
it
I
cuz
thought you said that the friend is not changing. I didn't know you said he was not willing to change.
I don't
was
even know
not
what I said,
changing
but
and
it
willing
has
to change are
something to do with
different.
that.
Because if you're not willing to, that means like you've already chosen what you do and don't want to
Like
do.
I've told
But if you're
you,
not, then you should probably like take some time apart from that friend or that friendship and give that person some like time to like think about their actions and what they're doing that's like affecting your friendship, you know? Because I didn't know that's what you said, but like, yeah.
but if no, I don't even know if that's like what I said verbatim, but it has to do with tie with that. But if you're not, if I'm telling you, communicating with you, I don't like what you just did to me, and you're like, oh yeah, 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 okay,
Communication is always a big one in all of our videos, bro.
yeah, okay, like I'm not gonna do it again, this and that, and you're doing it again the next time. I've talked to you about it. You're doing it again the next time. That's not a friend, and that's someone that you really need to take a big leap and step away from because, girl, they will hurt you. The
Yeah.
first-hand experience, they will hurt you. So I feel like boundaries not being taken seriously is a big topic in which I really want to discuss. Yeah.
Yeah.
And learning to say no, learning to say no is also another big one
Oh,
too.
yes,
You
bro.
know, you can't always agree to what that other friend is saying. You just to please them. You
Both
gotta
in actions and things that you choose for yourself. Like, I've had so many instances when, like, I don't know if this really ties, but I just thought of this. But, like, when, like, you think something's cute, for example, or you really want something, but your friend is like, oh, this is when I was younger, by the way. Like, oh, that doesn't really look good on you, or this is that, or bro, I don't think you should do that. And then later you'll see that friend doing the same thing or like wearing the same thing. Like I don't think it really clocked to me like until like later on that like wow, that friend's like low key toxic cuz like it's like it's just cuz you want the thing or like you're kind of I don't want to say jealous, but like I feel like that kind of ties, but like you have to also learn how to like I feel like it ties because like you have to learn how to like stand your ground and say no to certain things because like you're entitled to your opinion and what you want and how you want to dress or act or talk or do whatever. And I don't think you should let a specific person or a friend define how you choose to do that. So
and if someone is willing to hear what you have to say about like what they did was bad and things like that, then keep that friend because that's a good friend and that's a friend that you would want to
yeah.
discuss and have good communications with without like having to worry that oh they're gonna do this, they're gonna say this, things
Yeah,
like
you
that.
should there's a lot of
Mm.
there's a lot of like red flags like we did in our last video and specific friendships, but you should be able to tell like if you consider someone your best friend or someone that you think you're able to confide in, then you should be able to also pinpoint specific red flags that that person is giving. You guys can't like always say that oh this person is my best friend but then turn a blind eye to specific things that they are doing or they are saying or how they are acting. If you are a real friend you should always be able to talk to your friend about the things that they are doing that both that can be harming you or can be harming themselves or other people, you know.
A lot of things I see a lot in like friendships is allowing disrespect just to keep that friend because oh they're fun, they're a little bit rebellish and I'm not, so they kind of add a personality to me.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's what.
That's very much allowing disrespect, that's allowing future hindering in that friendship,
No.
and that's
And it's
something that
also
should not
bringing
be
down
allowed.
your like your values and both the boundaries you set for that person and for yourself. Because no matter how much you see, a lot of people like to think that, oh, like no matter what, like I won't change because if I hang out with these people, if I do this, or if I say yes to this one thing one time, but you won't even notice it until it's too late that you literally change yourself because of these specific people. And that's what I'm starting to learn. Like I'm looking at myself now, I'm like, wow, I didn't know that I've like changed because of this or this situation that I've been in or this or that. And it's just learning to or recognizing that this is what has happened and knowing that you want to move forward from that, I think is like the biggest step of improvement, I would say.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
something that actually recently clocked it up here is that whoa, um that disrespect is not cute. You know, disrespect is not a
Yeah, people like
joke.
to say it's like, oh, like you know when people, oh my goodness, this reminds me of the TikTok I've been seeing. But you know that thing? I don't know if this was recent actually, but I saw it a while back actually. But it was that whole like, oh, like when you guys can't tell the difference between being like disrespectful and like sassy or something like that, or like, but like you can't tell the difference. And I'm like, yeah, like a lot of people think that being like, oh, like having like a smart mouth, like no, there's a difference between having like a smart mouth or being like fast with your words than being like disrespectful. Like there's a really thin line, like you know what I mean. And this is both in like the whole parenting aspect, both with your friends. Like you got to know specific things to say and not to say. You can't be disrespecting and like downgrading your friend in front of other people and then use the excuse and say, oh, like it's just a joke, or like trying to be a smart mouth. Like no, you're just rude and that's disrespectful, disrespecting that friend, your friendship, and the boundaries that they have set in place. So
And also remember that the type of people that you sit with influences your personality a lot. Now, if you're someone who is strong minded and you have told yourself that my ideology on certain things will not change if I hang out with this person, then do whatever you want. But if you're someone who really struggles with their identity and struggles with the fact that, they change depending on who they're with, not like what I said before about my friends, but they change their personalities to match like that click, then just know you're probably going to set yourself up for failure, because like I said, the type of people you hang out with matters and will show through your personality,
through your
through
actions.
your actions. Yeah. Now
Yeah.
I'm not saying, oh, if you're smart, you're gonna understand what I said. If you hang out with negative people, your personality is going to usually lean into the negative side. That's all I'm gonna say. And yeah,
Unless
never
you
allow.
you want to think that like you really are sure of yourself and you know you have strong values, but like I said, you never really know because those people can like change you over time without you even recognizing that that's happening. So
Never allow anyone who you consider your friend to cross or to test the waters of boundaries. That's never going to come out good. In fact, it's going to leave you hurt because you've tried to already communicate your feelings and you're getting nothing. But yeah, that's it for the boundaries segment. Now, next we're going to talk about standards and respect, which kind of correlates with what we have said in certain parts. But yeah, having standards is something that is important. I feel like everyone deserves standards and friendships. This is not like a speed dating thing where you test this person out, you test this person out because people actually have feelings, but you have a friend and you set standards that I really hope that this person does meet my standards. For example, if I'm posting something on my pictures and if I'm posting something on my social media, please show some support, at least repost, because I know for a fact, even with people I'm cordial with, I will I will repost, I will show some support and some effort, because if I feel like I really care for you as a friend, then I'm going to show some respect and effort with that, and I expect the same back. That's what I mean by standards. um
also wait, when I thought about standards, I didn't, well, like I guess like I agree with what you're saying, but I didn't really think of that like aspect. I thought more of like, let's say when like, as standards are different from boundaries to me. As in, boundaries are things that you set in a friendship, and standards are the type of things that you look for in a friend.
that I know that, like, what I just
Like, no,
gave,
I
they're
agree
not
with what you
they're
said,
not
but
boundaries.
I'm just saying, like it's not like the speed dating thing she said, but you know how when you watch speed dating things, like, what are you looking for in a relationship? And then they give all these lists of things and things. I think of that, but as in friendship wise. Like when I think of someone that like friendships, like when I think of someone that I want like a really good and strong friendship with, I think of someone that is loyal, someone that is selfless, someone that that's like God fearing, someone that puts like respect like into your relationship. There's a list of different things that I would see and like classify as a standard in a friendship or for a friend.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
And if someone, like I said about respect and effort and time giving and things like that, if someone does not establish that role of, or what you feel like is a healthy, respectful, effortful time thing, like in friendships, then that person, I believe that that person should not have access to you or not have access to personal things of you, because you cannot have a one-sided friendship in which you're giving respect, efforts and stuff to that friend, and you're getting nothing back. That person should really not have personal access to you, you know. That's just what I have to say with that. um
Bursting personal access like you're a debit card or something.
um but yeah, letting go, we have like touched on this a lot, but letting go, I feel like, is a really big topic on its own,
Letting go of
because
friends.
yeah, letting go of friendships, when you feel like, boundaries are not being met, standards like respect is not being met, they're testing you just to get a reaction, they don't show effort, things like that, and you really feel like it's one-sided and you're not getting emotions, you're not getting what you want, or I guess reassurance, or like it's just one-sided in general, then letting go should really be at the back of your mind, yeah. So it's really hard to let go because you built a friendship, you built a relationship with this person, you're telling them things that you usually would not tell other people, and you seem like, oh, they're not even telling you things, they're just being very much closed off, and that's actually some people's type of personality. And but if you feel like you've just been giving them the benefit of the doubt, letting go is the best, because your happiness at the end of the day matters, and if you're not getting happiness in a friendship, then that's not really the best.
So yeah, I agree with that, but I also have a few things to say about it. Um, letting go is really important. It's important also to know when to let go. And I'm the type of person that I give a lot of people like second chances and, like you said, benefit of the doubt. And so when you see those red flags in like specific relationships or friendships, or when there are a lot of stuff that's going on and these people just keep making excuses and excuses and excuses, I'm the type of person that keeps giving them benefit of the doubt, right? Or doubt, right? And if you're not ready to like take that as a signal, even after I've communicated like what's going on and how I feel in that relationship or friendship, and you're just not ready to take that, best believe that like I'm gone from that friendship and it's
Hmm.
not gonna work again.
And you know what's wild? Oh wow, it's extremely hard to like let go from people that you've been friends
That
with
you've
for
been friends with for
years.
years, people that you've built connections with, that you've spent like one of life's like greatest times with, and so it's hard to let go.
Yeah, so if you're constantly questioning yourself, is this like really something worth letting go of? Get the whole checklist.
Yeah,
Is
write your
bound
pros and cons,
is
bro.
is, is
Look,
boundaries
I do that
being
all the
met?
time.
Is it one-sided? Have I communicated? Have I tried to communicate? Have they tried to listen? Have they even done what they said that they were going to do? It's okay to outgrow people, and that's life. You're just a teenager, and you're going to
Or not
encounter.
even just teenager. Like you can still be an adult and going through
No, but this
stuff.
is like a channel for teenagers, right? So we're trying to like show some reinforcement or positives to kind of like help them out, because I'm 15. I haven't even experienced half my life like yet, you
Yeah.
know. So I know for a fact that if I drop one of my closest friends, it's not because, oh, I just dropped them for the sake of dropping. Is that I genuinely do not feel happiness, nor am I content with what's going on in the friendship, and communication is just not even there at all, you know.
Yeah.
But that is the end of the video, and closing sentence for me is a friendship. Friendships should not be forced nor one-sided, and just get the textbook, get that little notebook, and do pros and cons. That's not a closing sentence,
Okay.
but that's what I gotta say.
So for me, I would say know your boundaries, set boundaries in your friendships and your relationships. be able to stand your ground and do give people benefit of the doubt.
Mm,
Like, but if they're not able to do that, like I said, cut them off or just take time away from that friendship and just be yourself and stick to your own moral values and don't let anyone sway you from that. But yeah,
mm-hmm.
I think that is it for the video, guys. We just want to thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode. And yeah, so don't forget to comment, share, subscribe. Go to our socials and DM us of like any like things you guys want to talk about or topic on the next video. So yeah, yeah.
So remember, do not force a friendship. It's not gonna get you anywhere. Bye.
Bye, soul sisters.
You made me wanna go.